Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up to tonight's team call. I'm Natasha Ferguson, Star Diamond Coach and founder of Stunner Squad. It is October 1st, so welcome to a brand new month. I hope that you guys all learned a lot from last month. It is going to be a very similar month as far as how your customers are going to react, but hopefully what we talk about tonight, you'll get a lot out of it. I just want to start, first of all, by kind of recognizing a few people. We had 4 of us that hit Success Club 10 last month, myself, including Emily Rickert at 11, Sheena at 11, and Jessica Laska at 10. We also had a pretty big Success Club 5 list. Kristen, Jenny French, Jessica Prager, Louisa, Kara, Sarah Griffin, Katie Miglor, and Beth. Congratulations to all of you. And we also had 9 people who were on the board and almost made it, but not quite. So I'm proud of all of you because those are pretty awesome numbers considering I know a lot of you were struggling. But if you also haven't heard, the specials for October are 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme Challenge Pack, $140. Right? Who's not loving that? Because we all love the programs. Body Beast with the Performance Line Sampler Pack. If you guys haven't tried it, I should have grabbed it and showed you. I grabbed a couple of them when I was at Summit and brought them home so I could use them as prizes, or I tried it out myself, and I love everything. So I actually just recently ordered a few of the products because there's a few that I think I can use all the time. And the 21-Day Fix Extreme Kickstart, which means it's the program that comes with the 3-day refresh, is on sale for $180. Okay? So what I want to talk about with all of you today is finding your ideal customer. I know that there has been a lot of chatter and a lot of kind of negative Nancy-ness going around saying like, I just can't find anybody, like nobody's responding, or everybody I talk to says like, yeah, that's great, but I don't have the money, or, they ask me like, how do you hit Success Club every single month when you've been doing this for over 2 years? And it's really simple. You have to add to your network constantly. Like you can't just think that you're going to work your warm market for the rest of your life, because if you're not adding to it, it's going to run out, right? So you have to make sure that you are constantly adding to your network and that you are really thinking about who it is that you're adding, because it's a numbers game, but only so far. Because if you're adding 100 people a day, but they're all 16-year-old boys, that's probably not going to help you out, right? Or if you're adding 100 people a day and they're people that just you have nothing in common with, you can't connect with, they have no money or whatever the case, like that's just not helping you. So it has been, I was on a training a couple of weeks ago and it was brought to my attention that it is kind of like everything else. You know how you've heard at some point in time in your life, if you have something that you're going after, like manifest it, dream it, think of it, like make it real in your mind. That's kind of exactly what you need to do with your customer. You need to design and create your perfect customer. And that's why this business works, because we can all reach somebody and connect with someone on some level. So I know that there are coaches out there who specifically go towards people, like Leslie's probably one of these. She's a good person for this, where she talks about stuff a lot. She talks about shoes. She talks about fixing up her house. And the people that connect with her on that level, that's great, because she knows that all these people who are like, oh my God, I totally love decorating my house, or I love going to hot yoga, or I love doing this and doing that and going there. Those are people who are A, willing to spend money on themselves, and B, have the extra money to spend on things like decorating their house. So why wouldn't they have the money for $140 to spend on making themselves better, right? She knows who her ideal customer is, so she is posting and talking to that person every single time. You don't want to just add like random people because I know that after 2 years of this, and it's still going to happen, like, no matter what, no matter who it is that you're adding, you're still going to run into people who don't see the value, and they're going to say, like, I just don't have the money, or, oh my God, that's an awesome product, but I just can't, like, spend it on myself when I have kids and whatnot. And I get that, but when you are marketing and talking directly to your perfect and ideal customer, it'll click. They'll see it. They'll hear you talk, and they'll feel like in every post you do, you are talking directly to them. So I'm going to go ahead and after this call, post this worksheet, and it's long. It's not like, excuse me, it's not like long, like 8 billion questions, but it's long enough to give you like space to write in. It's like 9 pages. And I went through and did it a couple of weeks ago. And it was really hard for me to figure out what I was doing. But what you're going to do essentially is sit down and think about who your ideal customer is. Because I mean, we're going to get specific. You're going to be general in the beginning, like, oh, somebody who likes to go on vacation or likes running or likes yoga or likes the color pink or whatever you come up with, because it's your ideal customer. And then the next step you're going to do is you're actually going to break it down and say, my ideal customer has 2 kids, a boy and a girl. She's a stay-at-home mom. She used to work in the corporate world. She gained weight after she had kids, or whatever your person is. You're going to give her a name. You're going to name her kids. You're going to say exactly how old she is. And I'm actually going to show you my person, because when I got done figuring out who my ideal customer was, what I did was I took it a step further. Sorry, guys. Can you see this? Thumbs up? Okay. This is Chloe. This is my ideal customer, and this is what she looks like in my brain, because I'm looking for someone who isn't at their ideal weight, because I can personally relate to that. It doesn't have to be someone that you can relate to, but for me, it makes sense. Like, I want somebody who wants to join, who wants to work, in the challenge group on themselves first and find success in the product and fall in love with it, and then decide that they want to be a coach because they had such great success. So one thing leads to another, and there's no difference between your person as a customer or your person as a coach, because for me, they lead into each other. But this is Chloe. She's 32 years old. She's always been overweight, but she wants to lose 30 plus pounds. She's married, mother of 2, 1 boy, 1 girl, has a dog named Lucky. She previously worked in the corporate world. She left her full-time gig to become a stay-at-home mom, and as grateful as she is to be home, she misses her life of feeling accomplishment from her job. She has a college degree. She's highly intelligent. She appears confident, but lacks self-esteem. She wants to travel and see the world. She feels out of control when she lacks power. She enjoys all types of music, from country to gangsta. She enjoys reality television, dramatic thrillers. She shops online often, loves to get a good deal, visits Target and overspends there weekly, tries to support locally when it makes sense, loves the beach, summertime, having a good conversation deeper than the surface level, and enjoys being outdoor, but is not outdoorsy. Worried that she'll be judged for joining this pyramid scheme, wants results before she shares her story, dedicated to make a change for herself and her family, wants to contribute towards family finances, feels like she's lost herself in kids and marriage, has the drive and wants to be successful. She's a self-starter, a go-getter, can talk to anyone, and she loves to be girly, but is a guy's girl at heart. So that's Chloe. So for me, every time I have been going to post for the last 2 weeks, I think to myself, first of all, what does Chloe need to hear today? As she's sitting at home and she's with her 2 kids, and maybe it's a bad day, and maybe they're going crazy and she misses work. What does Chloe need to hear? Or maybe Chloe is thinking like, God, I really wanted to lose those 30 pounds. Like, why haven't I done it yet? Like, what's holding me back? What does Chloe need to hear? When I go to make a sales pitch or I talk about my story, what about my story is going to mean something when Chloe hears it? Every time I am posting, I want her to read my post and go, God, it's like she already knows me. It's like she's talking right to me. And when I make sure that every single post that I am doing is directly to Chloe, she's going to see my posts over and over and over. And every time she sees it, she's going to think like, oh my God, she just gets me. Like that last thing that she said, like I totally got it, like about the kids. And then she said something about her job. And then she talked about like Target. That's totally me. Like I go to Target every week and overspend because I'm just bored out of my mind or whatever. So I am now making sure that I am very clear. So instead of just like writing something random, I've stopped saying like, you guys, I've stopped being like, hey, moms, or whatnot. I'm very direct and I am talking to Chloe every single time I write a post. I might not say her name, duh, but I am talking to my girlfriend, Chloe. I am asking her a question. I am telling my story to her. I'm pretending she's right in front of me and she asked me a question about how I felt and this is it. It's very strategic, but when you have an ideal customer and you know exactly who it is that you are trying to reach, when you talk to them every single time you post, they are going to get it. So when you are adding to your network, I'm going to bring you back to here, you now have a visual, like you saw Chloe. When I see a girl who looks like Chloe, and I know, you know, the whole cover of the book isn't always what it is type of thing, but that's a start. Like when you see someone and you just connect, add them. If you see someone and your mind goes like, they are nothing like what Chloe is or whoever your person is, if it's a boy and they're 60 years old or whatever, like that's not even close to Chloe, right? Like why would I add that person to my network? They're never going to get it. That's not my ideal customer. That's not what I'm looking for. If somebody really wants to work with me, they'll reach out to me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to add them to my network necessarily. So I'm going to go ahead and post this document in our team page so that you guys have it and can look through it. I would really love if you guys could all have it done by next week, Wednesday, because we have a team power hour set up for next Wednesday night. So that gives you like just under a week to get it done. It will take some time. It'll take some thought. But if you have any questions, like let me know ahead of time. But I would really love to hear and see everybody's people like on our team page over the next week or so and just kind of share what it is that you've come up with and how you've done it. And, you know, I really think that this is going to help you guys because you'll know what it is you need to be saying. Like there won't be any more random posts. Like before you click post, you think to yourself, does Chloe care about this? If Chloe doesn't care, then don't post it, right? So that is all I have for you guys. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Well, then thank you for hopping on.